Hey everyone, Dan.
Nope.
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 That did not come out right.
The Egregious Podcast.
This has nothing to do with butter.
How's it taste?
You think it tastes gross and you gag a little.
My English left.
Totally sucking face.
Ooh, oh no.
Oh my god.
I hope it doesn't burn.
My 16-year-old voice was just not it.
I want no part of that.
That's how it's space done.
Welcome to the Egregious Podcast,
Welcome to the
everyone.
Egregious Podcast, yes.
Yeah, that thing. Here we are again.
This is the show that we host.
This is the show with the most.
This is the show made of toast. You know, personally, I like oil on my toast.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, oil is in fact not butter.
Speaking of butter, this has nothing to do with butter. But today today we have a different, something a little different from the past few episodes, all of our episodes so far, because I'm a silly little goose and I was like, guys, let's do something different. And they reluctantly agreed.
You mean we're going to have an actual episode and not just bullshit the whole time? Is that what you're telling us, Logan?
What do you mean an actual episode?
Hey,
I can't have structure. I'm an agent of chaos.
That was quotable.
today we are doing a choose your own adventure that came from my brain and definitely not at all helped by ChatGPT.
I'm already scared. Things that come from your brain scare me.
Things that come from my brain scare me. So I know your pain.
Noah. If this is a D&D type thing and there's like scary goblins and monsters and stuff, can you cast the warm embrace spell on me?
Yeah, I guess. Only in those very specific set of circumstances.
Okay, as soon as it gets scary and I'm sweating through my britches, that's what's gonna need to happen. Just warning you.
This episode contains Brian sweating through his britches. That's our little warning.
I promise this is my national decree to the lovely listeners of this podcast.
All three of them.
By the end of this episode, my britches will be soaked in sweat and maybe piss.
Oh my god.
Depends how scary the fucking goblins and ghouls are. Do with that what you will.
The way this works is I'm going to be, as I've been calling myself before this started, the Randy's Gentleman God, telling a story to these two, and they are going to be interpreting it as they wish and helping to tell the story with their decisions. Definitely not D&D. There's no rolling here. Their fate is decided by the Randy's Gentleman God, whoever totally that may be.
God of Randy.
Logie, I trust you more than a D20.
That's a choice.
That is
I've been rolling 4s and 3s lately. It hasn't been good.
Well,
maybe Logie will give you a 5.
Ooh! Can I
give you a crisp high 5?
Yes.
You want to slap skins?
Here's my little script that I wrote. Welcome, brave adventurers, to the Tower of Trials. That's the name of the thing. I said the name of the thing. A man known only as the producer has invited you to this treacherous structure that rises high above the clouds. Each floor is guarded by puzzles, creatures, and enemies you must face. The producer is offering a great prize if you can make it through every floor. A record deal with his company, Greenlight Records. Are you ready to take on the challenge?
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so in the letter that you received inviting you, it stated some of the rules, which included each person taking on this challenge is allowed to bring 2 things. 1 instrument of their choice and 1 melee weapon of their choice. And you can also choose not to bring them.
I can choose. So I can either have an instrument and a
And a
melee weapon, or I can not have either of those things.
Hey, maybe you want a challenge. I don't know. Oh, it also says that I am your companion to boss around. Like Logan.
Oh, like
me. NPC
Oh.
Logan. We'll call him
NPC Logan. Is okay? Yeah.
Okay, so we have a full party technically of Randy's Gentleman
Randy's
characters.
Gentleman Party. There's just
Yes.
one of us. We don't have a player 3 today, so we have an NPC. Got it.
NPC Logan.
NPC Logan.
That means we can sacrifice him like Yoshi for an extra boost.
We can jump off his back to reach the platform at the top of the level.
I am fully expecting NPC Logan to die today.
He's our human shield, Noah. I'm going to take, of course, my trusty trumpet that I play all the time. If you know me, you know that I'm always tooting my own horn, so to speak.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And for my melee weapon, I'll take my trusty leather belt.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Well, for my instrument, I believe I will take my relatively new guitar.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the relatively new. What's the other thing I get? A melee weapon?
A melee weapon.
I'm gonna take the tennis racket that I keep in my car with me.
NPC Logie is gonna bring his keytar, shocker,
Woohoo.
and his trusty pipe wrench. All right, you're in a dark forest. There's trees and a long winding road that you should ignore. And in front of you, there is a giant tower. It looks like a castle. Like, picture the tower from Shrek. That's basically what you got.
Like, oh, right, the one Cameron Diaz is trapped in. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Yes, yep.
So, this is the one time, probably the only time I'm going to give you options. Option 1 is you can go in the tower and do this adventure that I prepared. Or option B is you can turn around and leave.
I don't know. No, I think we got to discuss this one.
All right, let's team meeting huddle. All right, so let's weigh the pros and cons here. What are the pros of going into the tower?
Well, Cameron Diaz might be in there, and I think that just speaks for itself.
Yeah, maybe.
But there might also be a dragon in there.
Oh, so that's a con. Okay, so
I forgot we were listing the pros. I
mean, hey, maybe in some circumstances, I mean, if you're Donkey, the dragon's kind of a pro.
True. Maybe I got that dog in me, and I think I can raise up the dragon. We can. Well, you know what? We'll mark that down as a pro. All right. So we got Cameron Diaz and a hot dragon.
All right.
And the dragon's got a stash of gold too.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna add. That's definitely a pro. I was thinking there might be some treasure in there. But who knows? Do we really need to go over the cons or the pros of running away at this point, or are we just like, are we settled? Are we like, we got to go all in here? Like
you could also get a record deal.
How do we get a record deal? That's an option
from completing the tower.
Oh, a record deal.
All right, I forgot that. Yeah. So that goes in the pros column. Yep. I don't know if I need to be sold anymore, Noah. As tempting as turning around and running away like a fucking coward sounds.
Yeah, because like, what would we even do if we turned around and left?
Knowing Logie, he might have something prepared for that, but and I'm kind of curious what that is. But I think we can safely go ahead on this tower adventure.
Yeah, probably. I think the only pro of not going into the tower is NPC Logan survives.
NPC
or maybe
Logan
not. Maybe that
follows you.
Who really cares about that?
NPC Logan goes where you go. He's not in charge today.
NPC
What if we
Logan
slap NPC Logan on the ass like a horse and go, giddy up, man, like in the other direction? Will he run away?
You can find out.
I think once he runs away far enough, when he's too far away from the main player characters, he just teleports back.
Wow, you kind of
Oh,
nailed
maybe.
Did I?
Really?
Great.
No, we gotta save it for the adventure. You're predicting the whole thing.
Oh, I did. I think I broke the game. All right, I should stop saying
I'm
things
not
before I
saying
break more
Noah's
of the game.
predicted a lot, but
Noah's the real puppet master behind this fucking thing.
Noah-
What if you
Noah-
guys are pranking me and you worked on this together?
maybe.
Well,
I guess I
That would
won't
be
know
wild.
till the end.
all right. So have we decided we're going into the tower? Yes.
Big time.
So you enter the tower, and the door immediately slams shut behind you.
Ah,
Oh, I hope you were okay with your decision, because
No turning back now.
Nope. So to your front, you're met with a long room, let's say.
isn't that just a hallway?
It's basically a hallway, but it's a room. We're calling it a room. And to the front, all over the floor, and I mean absolutely covering the floor, is a slick, shiny surface. The room is just covered in oil, and you'll need to get across. At the far side of the room, you see a door with a totem pole next to it.
Hey,
To your left, you see another door. This is before the oil starts. And to your right, there is simply just a wall. What would you like to do?
I don't know. That wall's looking pretty tempting. No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
Oh, Noah's thinking outside of the box here. I didn't even, as soon as he said wall to my right, I completely put it out of my mind. But you could have a point there, Noah. Yeah, personally, I already know what I'm doing, but I would check that out if I were you.
Well, I mean, what if it's just a wall? Like literally, it is a wall. What if there's nothing to it? You know, what if my journey just ends there? Like, then what do I do? Like, I kind of feel like I need to get my feet a little dirty before I walk into a wall. You know.
Oh, you want to get down and dirty, Noah? Before
Well, what were you thinking? What was your what was
well, my
jumping out
thought
at you?
process is, I could try and walk across the oil myself, but I just got some new kicks and I don't really want to mess them up. So I'm gonna take NPC Logan,
Oh God.
kind of wind up a little bit and slide him on his belly across the oil-soaked
Wait,
floor.
can we just
And
ride
as
his
he
back like a
slide-
slip and slide across the oil?
Exactly.
Awesome. Okay,
As
I
he's
like where
sliding,
this
I'm
is
gonna
going.
jump on his back and ride him like a skateboard to the totem pole door.
I like where this is going.
And maybe you can hop onto my back. I don't know like how much weight Logie can take, but he is strong as an ox.
Do you think
so.
if you slid across the floor with NPC Logan, he would like clear enough of a path from the oil that I could just like very quickly like tiptoe behind and like dance my way across the floor without getting too oiled up, you know?
What if I want you oiled up?
That's gonna have to wait till later because I have a feeling oil is not exclusive to this room.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe this is the VIP area.
Wait a second. Something just occurred to me. What if the oil isn't what if it's like a pool of oil? What like
Oh, like it's deeper than.
yeah.
I mean, he said it like it was like a floor with a slick, oily surface on top of it. I guess there could be.
You're true. Yeah. Okay. In that case, it might be worth risking. I mean, it's just NPC Logan after all. Why don't we try your slip and slide?
Yeah, he's
method?
expendable.
Or your like skateboard, wakeboard method, whatever you're doing.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then
And I'm gonna run on your coattails and hope that enough of the oily path is cleared for my kicks to stay clean.
Please be absorbent, Logie.
All right, so you get NPC Logan down, flopping like a worm on the ground. And Brian, you run with him and jump on his back, and his weight plus your weight, he's not sliding that far. He gets maybe somewhere between a quarter and a third of the way across the floor.
I really thought he was going to say
That's
a quarter
progress.
to a third of an inch.
Yeah, that's where I thought he was going.
So we'll say probably closer to a quarter of the way across the floor. And NPC Logan's just kind of flopping around. He's unsure of what's going on. He's just listening to what you're telling him. And now you're stuck on his back.
About a fourth of the way to the door.
A fourth of the way to the door. And no, you tried to follow him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you try to follow and you're slipping around and you kind of stumble into them.
Cool. So
And-
now we're
Okay, so we're like in a pile on the floor.
we're piled on the floor in the middle of the oil.
Brian's not covered in oil, and Noah and NPC Logan are.
Darn, my kicks.
We'll say Noah like falls onto his knees, so like your legs are covered in oil, and the rest of you's not.
I'm oiled up to my knees.
Yep. What do you want to try to do now?
Darn, I should have just went for the wall.
Well, that didn't work as well as I had hoped. So, I mean, it would technically be faster for us to backtrack
It probably
than it would to try to go the rest of the way.
Yeah, probably. How slick is this oil? Like, if we step on it, are we just gonna go like face plant into it, or like?
You can get a few steps, I'd say.
If I tread lightly,
But
maybe I can.
It's pretty slippery. It's not. You can't really just expect to walk
Okay.
across it, I'd say.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
Remind me what you have for equipment, Noah. I don't know if this is going to be helpful.
I
but-
have a relatively new guitar and my tennis racket from my car, and that rhymed, and I really didn't mean for it to, but I'm sticking with it.
And are we going by like Minecraft rules where we can just carry like
No.
10,000 pounds of equipment and
Can I
like
carry
not have a
64
problem?
guitars?
No.
Oh,
No, it's you Noah has like a guitar strapped to his back and Brian's got a trumpet. I don't know where you're keeping that thing.
A trumpet sling, I guess.
Ugh.
I've never seen one, but I mean, it wouldn't be hard to like tie a. Oh no! Here's what it is. I have my trumpet secured to my belt with like a carabiner.
There you go.
So that's what's going on. It might have sustained a few dents on our way through the
Across
oil,
the oil.
but it's
Oh,
no
man.
different from my trumpet in real life.
Yeah.
All right, we should probably figure out what we should do.
So I'm thinking here, do we we're only like a quarter of the way across the floor. Do we want to keep like trekking forward and trying to reach that totem pole, or do we want to just cut our losses for now and see if maybe there's something else through that other door?
Well, I want to go back to your little theory, Noah.
Oh, that's
I
a
think
wall?
we should just go all in on it without thinking about it and use NPC Logie as a battering ram and try to break down the wall.
Okay. Well, can we just have NPC Logan run full force into the wall first?
I mean, he'd probably do it if we told him to.
He probably would. But like I'm thinking if it's like actually a hidden doorway, like it might open, or if it's like Mario 64 style and it's like actually a hidden world like the paintings are in that game, he'll just like go straight through it. Or like Harry
Ooh.
Potter platform 9 3/4 style, you know?
Ah, yes, very nerdy of you.
Yep.
I love Daniel Radcliffe, especially
Alright.
when he has two guns
Harry.
and a bathrobe. Yeah, You want to tell NPC
Yeah,
Logie
let's
to do that?
okay,
Noah?
so we're gonna backtrack. We're gonna take enough steps back that we move through a quarter of the room back to where we were standing before.
Okay.
And we're going to have NPC Logan run full force into the wall that was to our right.
Okay. NPC Logan runs full force into the wall and falls down unconscious.
Oh shit!
No.
No, he can't do stuff for us anymore.
He'll still teleport. It's okay.
In retrospect, maybe we should have just tried the door to the left.
Yeah.
Considering there's nothing stopping us from doing that. But I'm an engineer, so I like to overcomplicate things. Let's just try the door on the left.
Let's go to the door on the left.
Okay, NPC Logan doesn't follow you. He's unconscious.
We'll wait for him to snap out of it. I wish I brought smelling salts.
He'll teleport back to us like right when we're like standing over a cliff, and then he'll just fall down the cliff. I can see that happening right now.
Logie, your NPC might die a little quicker than you were expecting.
Well, I was trying
At
to
this
like.
rate.
I figured him running into a wall wouldn't kill him, so like I figured that'd be safe.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm always looking out for NPC Logie's well-being.
Yeah, we're good like that.
So you guys walk over to the door, and it, clear as day on the door says janitor. Do you guys want to go in the door?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
So you go in. It's a janitor's closet. It wasn't misleading. It's actually a janitor's closet. Because that's
Okay.
what every oiled up tower needs. It's a janitor's
It's
closet.
a janitor's closet. Yep.
For all the oil to either spread it or clean it up, I suppose.
Okay, now so we're in the. Is there more or
Yeah,
I was
what's in
gonna
there?
say what's in there. So
yes? Okay, go
you
ahead.
look around, you see there's a desk with there's a little lamp on it that's lit. Next to it, there's one of those, like the bucket that you see them like wheeling around the schools or whatever with a mop in it. And then behind you, there's a little shelf.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to check out that shelf.
Okay. So you look around on the shelf and you see there's a bunch of cleaning products, obviously. There's some air freshener cans. I
take the air freshener and I spray a little bit into my mouth like Elf.
How's it taste?
You think it tastes gross and you gag a little.
Yucky!
Uh,
Can I clip it onto my carabiner with my trumpet?
can we like?
Sure.
Can we like put it
I
in
do
front
that.
of NPC Logan's nose so that it like triggers him to wake up?
No, I was just reading my mind. You knocked him out, and I'm looking through the supplies, and I'm like, smelling salts.
Yeah, smelling salts. Yeah, just air freshener.
Close
just,
enough.
Get him, soothe his nose enough to get him up and active again, you know?
All right, Noah, old pal, you want to keep looking around this closet while I wake up our
Yeah.
friend over there?
You go get him up, and I'll see if I can do anything with this like mop bucket cart here.
10-4, good buddy.
So I'm just gonna reason out my reasoning here. So I'm seeing this mop bucket, and it's a little bucket with a mop in it because that's what a mop bucket is, and it has wheels. And I forget if I said that or not, but it has wheels. So I'm thinking, I don't know how well wheels do on oil. If they're anything like my car that does horribly on snow, then they're probably not good. But there's water in the mop bucket, so I'm wondering if maybe we could like dilute the oily floor just enough to like tread across it, or like mop us a path through, or we could just all hop on the cart and hope it wheels us all the way across. But the last time we tried riding across, it didn't go so well.
I think the answer he's looking for is for us to try and mop up the oil, but where's the fun in that?
Yeah, nowhere.
Yeah, so as Noah's reasoning out the mop bucket thing, I'm spraying air freshener in Logie's unconscious face.
The sweet lemon pledge smell wafts below NPC Logan's nose, and he jumps to his feet.
Yay.
Better than before, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
While I'm in this closet, can I like find a washcloth or something and like and dab it with water and like wipe the oil off of my below my knees a little bit?
Sure.
Can I de-oil myself?
There's a dirty rag on the desk.
Yeah, I'll take that. That works. I'd rather dirt than oil.
Okay. You take the dirty rag off the desk and like soak it up in the water and then wash the oil off your legs.
Cool.
And it leaves like, basically mud water in its place, but
That'll dry. It'll be fine. What are we thinking about using the mop bucket custodial carriage cart thing to get our way across the floor here?
Yeah, well, what I have in my head is kind of one of because I don't know if like a mop bucket's probably not going to be big enough to fit all of us. But like maybe if you wanted to try sitting in the bucket and using them, so like you're not going to have a lot of control. Me and Logie can give you like a running start with like a push, to get you maybe halfway across.
Well,
And then I think the rest of the way you can use the mop kind of like the oar of a boat
yes,
to steer yourself.
And then when I get back, I can just push the cart back to you guys, and you guys can go.
Right, repeat the process.
I'll take the mop bucket, and I will get a little push from NPC Logan and Brian, and with the mop in hand, tennis racket in other, I will ride across the slick oil and use the mop as an oar to make my way to the totem pole.
And as Noah's doing that, as I'm about to push him, I whisper to him, I say, "No, I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you roll away."
And then I rolled away.
So Noah, as you climb in, you wash the dirty mud water off of your legs.
Cool.
It's now just in the pool of mop water.
Cool.
And your buddies Brian and NPC Logan give you a big old boost, and the two of them kind of lose their footing and fall into the oil, but you go sailing across. It wobbles a little, and you make it probably 3/4 of the way across. And then
not bad.
That's pretty good.
Using your mop, you're struggling, you're trying to push across, but eventually, long time of pushing, you make it across.
Yay!
The oil.
We conquered the oil. At least Noah did.
I did.
Yeah, Noah did.
Now,
now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if he's going to be able to push the mop bucket back by himself, but...
Well, we can be under the assumption that since I had to use the mop to get there, there's at least a decent path of, like, slightly less oily floor.
Right towards the end, yeah.
Yeah, and there's also that, like, path that the slide of NPC Logan left, so you guys might be able to tread a little bit into the floor there.
So, let me tell you what Noah sees now that he's a little closer.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Noah, you successfully cross the room. You see a large metal door, and next to it is this totem pole with several different levels built into it. The bottom level has like a small little opening, like a little hole. And below that is a light that is glowing a steady, bright red.
Well, first and foremost, before I do anything, I'm going to hurl the mop bucket with the force of 1,000 waterfalls back towards Brian and NPC Logan and hope that it gets there with all my might.
And I'm going to, like, tread a little closer in the path that NPC Logie left so that I can hopefully catch it.
Noah launches the mop bucket back across, and Brian does successfully catch it.
Let's go. And then I'll repeat the same process as Noah and have NPC Logie push me, and I'll mop up more oil on my way.
You repeat the painstaking process that you watched Noah just complete, and you two make it across.
Hooray!
At this point, NPC Logan says, "Don't even bother. I won't fit." And he just walks across the oil floor to you guys.
Okay, I was just about to ask about that. So,
All right.
yeah, that's good. That works. Okay, let's see what this light is all about. Noah,
Yeah. So how are we gonna go about getting this? Like, can we like? Is
are
the
we
totem?
afraid of reaching our hand in this hole? Should we be?
Can the totem pole move? Can we like grab it and see if it moves?
No, it's pretty clearly stuck to the floor, or like attached
Hmm.
to the floor.
Does it like go all the way up to the ceiling, or is it just protruding out of the floor?
It's just protruding out of the floor.
Okay.
Protruding. Okay. I don't know. Is that red light intriguing, or should we just proceed to the metal door?
Yeah. Let's see. Well, let's give the metal door a little shove. See if
Yeah. Let's see if it budges.
yeah. See what
Give
happens.
it a little push.
All three of you kind of go to the door, and you try to push it open, and you're pushing and pushing, and it's not giving.
All right. I'm gonna stick my whole face in the hole with the red light. See what I can see.
You stick your head as close as you can get it. It's not a very big hole, but you can fit like you stick your eye kind of into it as much as you can, and you're looking around, and it just looks like a pipe kind of goes down,
Oh.
like it's a hole that leads to a pipe, but that's about it. Kind of like a sink drain.
So this red light, so this is like situated like just below the hole. Is it like
Right.
a little LED?
Yep.
Okay. So that sounds like maybe we need to put something in there, like go down the pipe and then that'll turn green.
Does it just need like us to? Is it like a motion sensor? Because like I could like jab the handle of my tennis racket in there and see if it goes off or something.
Give it a try, Noah.
Okay, I'll jab the handle of my tennis racket into the hole and see if it turns green.
All right, you take your tennis racket and you jab the handle down the hole.
Well, that didn't do anything.
Nothing, I guess.
All right. What if I have one other idea and only one? Because my second idea was sticking the mop handle in the hole, but I don't think that's going to work either. So my one remaining idea is maybe it's sound sensitive.
That's kind of where my head was at too, Noah.
All right, so shall we
make a good team?
Shall we bust out the instruments here?
Yeah, let's start playing a little song for the hole. We play "Hot to Go" by Chapel Roan.
Yep, that works too.
HOTTOGO. Wow. As you guys play a trumpet and guitar and guitar rendition
of
Hot to Go by Chapel Roan, you're enjoying this view of just a glowing red light.
So that didn't work. Maybe it's more of a Beatles kind of hole.
Let's try let's try playing I don't know, Yellow Submarine.
That's the one. I'll surely get it.
So as you play a trumpet, guitar, and guitar rendition of Yellow Submarine by the Beatles, you're enjoying this view of this glowing red light.
Okay. That tears it. I'm gonna head back to the janitor's closet because that's the only other thing we have, and I'm gonna have the producer master remind me what's in there.
It's the God of Randy's Gentlemen, silly.
The God of Randy's Gentlemen, of course.
Yes, that's right.
Sorry, Your Majesty.
All right, so there's a desk. Next to it, there's a like dusty area where a wheelie bucket and mop was.
Yep. Okay, we have
Before
that.
you
Though.
ask, there's nothing in the dust. It's just, yeah. And there's a shelf that you raided.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna
or
like
registered.
see if I can search the desk. Like, there's might be some like filing cabinets or something.
Okay, there's the top of the desk, and there's 2 drawers on the desk. We'll say the upper drawer and the lower drawer.
I open the top drawer.
Okay, in the top drawer, there is. I was sorry. I just read dirty rag.
Dirty rag.
You see a carton of cigarettes and a box of matches.
I
wonder
I
who
light
wrote the
one up.
script.
You light one up. Okay. You take one of the 6 matches and one of the 4 cigarettes, and you light it up, and you immediately start choking on the smoke.
Because I don't smoke cigarettes.
Exactly.
Wait, so I have 5 matches and 3 cigarettes now?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
What if
You can take them or leave them.
I put them in my pocket.
Okay.
You want to come back over here for a minute?
Sure, buddy. Sure. What's
Unless you had another idea while you were back there before you come back.
Well, I was gonna open the other drawer, but
yeah, okay, do that first.
Okay, I open the bottom
cross
drawer.
the oil again.
In the bottom drawer, there is a newspaper and a bottle of sleeping pills.
Newspaper and a bottle of sleeping pills.
Look at the headlines on the newspaper.
Yeah. I'm gonna see what the news is today, or whenever that newspaper was put there.
The headline is that Greenlight Records is facing a major lawsuit.
Oh no!
Ooh,
that's not good.
Lord. All right. I kind of roll up the newspaper and shove it in the bell of my trumpet and put the sleeping pills in my back pocket. Actually, I inspect like the bottle. Like, is there anything, any useful information, or is it just a bottle of sleeping pills?
It's just pretty normal prescription sleeping pills.
Okay. I walk back to Noah and see what the fuck he wants.
All right, so now with these newfound items, I've got at least one more idea. We could try lighting one of these matches here and throwing it down the hole with the red light and seeing if that does anything.
Right, maybe that'll like... We can kind of tell that there's a pipe going down there, but we can't necessarily like, see anything. So maybe that'll shed a little light on the situation as well.
Literally. I mean, in a room full of oil all over the floor, what could go wrong with a match?
Noah, do you still have the dirty rag?
I do have the dirty... Do I have the dirty rag?
Yeah.
I have the dirty rag. Okay, yes, I do have the dirty rag.
Can you hand me the dirty rag?
I hand Brian the dirty rag.
All right, I wipe my hands off to make sure there's no oil on them before striking one of the matches and throwing it down the hole.
The match goes down the hole, and you hear, like, at the bottom. Like,
oh my.
You get the sense there's something at the bottom, as if maybe this isn't... You're not the first people that have come through this way.
Wait, how does that...
As if somebody's completed this challenge before.
Okay. Like whatever, yeah.
So it is possible.
It is possible. But the light doesn't change or anything?
Nope.
I'm guessing that wasn't the correct answer. Okay.
The door doesn't open still.
Nope.
Is there any, like, did that shed any light on the situation if I look into the hole, or can nothing really be gleaned from it?
You see kind of light coming up, but you can't really see anything. There's a pretty steady fire, from what you can tell.
And there's something burning down there.
Yeah.
But I don't really know what to make of that.
As you guys are going back and forth debating what to do, NPC Logan's just kind of leaning against the door, and he's just kind of like... He slides down the door because he's still just coated in oil.
Wait, What if?
Thank you. That helped lighten the mood.
What if the reason the door won't open is because its hinges are rusted shut? What if we rubbed NPC Logan along the hinges of the door to oil them up?
Even if that doesn't work, it's funny. So let's do that.
All right, so we're gonna have NPC Logan rub himself against the. Nope. We're gonna have NPC Logan oil the hinges on the door in whatever manner he sees fit.
All right, NPC Logan kind of just does a shimmy along the very clearly not rusted hinges of the door, and oils it up, and then he slams himself into it, and it does nothing.
Darn.
He's like, "Oh man, I thought this oil would help."
Word for word, that's how he said it.
There's so much oil in this room.
Is it baby oil?
I don't know.
It matters.
It matters.
It matters to me. So I look at the totem pole some more. Like, is it like decorative? Like, is it just like pretty much a wooden pole?
At the top, there's a disc. Then there's like a drinking glass type shape. And then there's kind of a throne, I guess. And then below that is a bucket.
A bucket? Like that's what the shape is?
That's what the shape is. It's not open. Like they're all stacked on top of each other. It's a really weird looking totem pole.
Right, so and a glass, like a drinking glass, or a disc, a drinking glass, a throne, and a bucket.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna toss a couple. How many sleeping pills? Is it like full of sleeping pills? Like,
full,
not really worried about running out if I like get rid of a couple?
Yeah, probably not. It's probably like 15, maybe.
15.
Okay. So I toss like 2 of them down the hole.
Okay. You toss 2 of these sleeping pills down the like drain, and you're waiting and waiting, and then you're like, shit, I guess that didn't work.
Okay. Was worth a try.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say so. So there's a cup shaped, a glass shaped thing at the top of the totem pole.
I try to throw one of the sleeping pills into the cup.
Into the cup.
It's not really like an opening. It's kind of, they're layered on top of each other, and there's like the disc on
right,
top
the
of
disc
it.
is on top. Oh, okay.
Oh, the disc is on top. Okay. In that
Never
case,
mind. I don't try to do that.
I don't have. Oh, I was gonna suggest trying to like light something inside of the cup and see if it was maybe like light the torch and the door opens. But I mean, I guess I could try it anyway.
Could try it.
The disc is on top of the cup. I guess let's light up the disc if we can.
Light up the disc?
Yeah, see if it's like a torch activated door or something.
Oh, like try and throw fire up there? Like,
yeah,
should I throw like a lit match?
The totem pole isn't like connected to the ceiling, right? So we can theoretically reach the top and like light the top like a torch, you know?
Yeah.
Or you could climb on NPC Logan's shoulders.
Or that. He might slip around. He might slip around because he's still got some oil on him.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I don't know. Do you want to try lighting the top of the totem pole and seeing if that does anything?
Sure, why not?
All right.
So I'll ball up a page of the newspaper, climb onto Logie's shoulders, NPC Logie's shoulders.
Or do you want to shimmy up the pole yourself?
Nah, I need a little boost.
Okay.
I'm not as nimble as I used to be. I place the ball neatly on top, and then I light it up with a match.
So you're wiggling around on his shoulders because he rubbed some of the oil off, but NPC Logan was like really covered in oil. Like he got a lot on him. So
Absolutely fucking
you're
covered.
slipping a little. He's dripping. He drips. Some of the oil kind of like just misses the drain, kind of. And you place the fire on top. You light the fire on top, and it catches, and then it starts catching the wooden totem pole, and it starts burning. And
Okay.
yeah, so now you got a fire in a room covered with oil.
No, wait, Noah, quick! Throw the dirty water. We still have the water
We
in the
do
mop
still have the
bucket.
water. All right, I guess we had to douse the fire with the water. I don't know if we want to play this game.
So you douse the fire that you just made.
Yay!
And the door hasn't budged. Okay.
The door hasn't budged.
How the heck do we open this door?
I got an idea.
Think of the most like outlandish thing you possibly can.
I scoop up a little oil with my hands. I just make a little puddle of oil I rub it in between my fingers and like sniff it a little bit. And then I carry it over to the hole, and I, like an offering, I give the hole some oil.
Oil.
Okay, so you pour the oil down the drain, and you give it a second, and the red light turns bright green.
Hey!
And the door kind of rumbles and slides open.
Hooray!
It's just like my mother used to say, Noah.
All
just
it took
needs
was a
little
match, a
oil.
sleeping pill, and a little bit of oil.
That's all
Is that
it
what
takes.
your mother used to say?
So the door slides open to reveal a massive staircase.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. We make NPC Logie go first.
Okay.
NPC Logan.
NPC Logan climbs up the stairs, and you just hear a "What the?"
Someone wasn't expecting visitors.
He's like, "Hey guys, a little
That
help,
doesn't make
please?
any sense.
Would you like to leave him to fend for himself, or?"
I feel like we should probably follow him.
We wait like 15 or so seconds, just long enough that he's awkwardly standing there with whoever it is.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
And then we casually follow him up the stairs.
All right. You climb to the second floor, and you see quite a scene.
Oh boy.
It's a large room, and you see across the floor there's just human skeletons, other animal skeletons, just a variety of bones, buckets of fish, just kind of
Fishy.
scattered. There's like a little cozy area in the corner. And then right in the center of the room, there's a large red velvet and leather throne. And sitting on the throne is a massive grizzly bear who's wearing a pork pie hat and drinking lager.
Oh, what kind of lager?
Oh my god.
Drinking lager. And
The kind that you drink.
he looks at you and he goes, "Nah,
Like a grizzly bear does.
if you want to pass, you need to impress me. Or I'll eat you. Your choice."
Okay. I tell NPC Logan to take his shirt off.
NPC Logan just spreads his arms out like an angel, and his shirt just explodes off of him.
He just flexes his pecs a single time, and it shreds his shirt to ribbons.
The large grizzly bear goes, Daddy Bear's not impressed.
Oh god.
He's like, I decided before this you get 5 chances to impress me, and you're down to 4.
Oh man.
I changed
really
his
thought
voice
an
by accident.
I thought an oiled up NPC Logan would do it.
Not
I lean
impressed.
over to Noah and whisper, Follow my lead. I'll cue
Okay.
you in.
Okay, I don't know where this is going, but we're gonna find out.
And
I
then I
reluctantly
start going,
agree.
the bones are their money, so are the worms. They pull your
Bones are
hair
their
up
money.
and take their bones from you. They come from out of the ground and from all over. I was inspired by the skeletons.
The bones are their money.
Follow my lead in G.
Mm.
Daddy Bear gets a little like smirk on his face. He's like, that impressed me enough that I won't eat you right this second, but I don't think it impressed me enough to let you pass. You get 3 more chances.
Wait a second. We're dumb. We're musicians. We have musical instruments.
Should we maybe he likes Yellow Submarine.
Or what if, I don't know, maybe we should play the Ballad of Daddy Grizzly Bear or something.
The Ballad of Daddy Grizzly Bear.
The Ballad of Daddy Bear.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can improvise. We can figure
We got
it
this.
out.
You can improvise on trumpet.
Yep, I can throw down a mean
I'll
Daddy
just play
Bear
chords
song.
like before. I'll cue you in G. It sounds like I just said 3 letters in a row, separated by the word in, or 4, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. The Ballad of Grizzly Bear Dad's whatever I called it begins. I want to serenade this bear.
How many minutes do you want to play?
Oh, full-fledged 5 to 6. This bear is. We want to take this bear to dinner.
Right. So you perform the Ballad of Daddy Bear that you improvise on trumpet and guitar, and NPC Logan's just watching. He's not helping. He's clapping along.
He's standing there doing bodybuilding poses like Arnold Schwarzenegger, all oiled up.
Yeah, he is. Now shirtless, mind you.
Yes, that's right. We never told him to put that back on.
It exploded. It's gone.
Oh, that's right. It exploded. I forgot.
So as you guys are performing, Daddy Bear sees NPC Logan doing the poses, and he's like, that's not bad. He's listening to the song, and he sees NPC Logan start clapping along to the song. So then Daddy Bear's like, I want to give that a try. That looks like a good time. So he gets up, he's clapping his hands, he's doing a little jig, he's dancing back and forth, and he's clapping his paws together. And he's like,
Good bear.
Oh my lord, I'm impressed. He's like, you guys have soothed my appetite. Well, except for food. And he grabs a bucket of fish and just, demolishing the fish.
I forgot there was a bucket of fish in the room. Why didn't we just give him the fish?
He's like, yeah, that soothed my appetite. And you guys soothed my appetite for entertainment. So I'll let you pass on by. And he walks over on 2 feet to behind him, where there's an identical door and totem pole to the floor below you. And there's very clearly just a bear paw print. And he lifts up his back left leg because that's the one that he needs to scan. And he sticks his foot up to it. And he's like,
Seems like the easiest one.
You guys will be ready for this next floor. And it scans, and the door opens.
What's that supposed to mean?
We'll be ready for this next door or whatever.
Next floor, yeah.
Floor.
So the door opens.
Would the skeletons imply that they weren't able to impress him?
Yes.
Hey, we had 5 tries, and it only took us 3.
That's not, and I feel like the first couple tries were game theory, you know.
Yeah. Hey, we
Just
just
trying to figure out what suited his fancy.
hey, Daddy Bear Sonata was a good idea, wasn't it? Or not Sonata. Fine, it can be a Sonata. Daddy Bear Sonata.
The door to the next floor is now open, and you see another giant staircase going up.
Yep.
You know the drill.
You guys, are you sending NPC Logan, or are you guys just going up?
You know the drill.
All right. Up he goes.
NPC Logan, who's still shirtless, mind you.
Yep.
And
He's
covered
like,
in oil.
Okay, guys, I guess I'll go look. So
That's right,
he
bitch.
climbs the stairs. He climbs up the stairs, and you're like, guys, it's kind of weird up here.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
And Daddy Bear, who's still there, he's like, huh, yeah, they just put this floor in. You're gonna have fun with it.
That's what he meant.
Daddy Bear, are we gonna die if we go up there?
Die? Maybe.
Great.
Maybe. Did our friend just die?
You think your friend died? Yeah, he probably did.
No.
I don't know if I want to go up those stairs.
What are our other options? Remember,
I mean,
the dragon.
I
guess
that's why we're here, isn't it? The dragon was a pro.
We got to get that record deal, Noah.
Oh,
and
that's right. It's a
sprint up
record
the
deal.
stairs.
I mean, I don't know if we have another option here other than go up the stairs. I mean, I haven't.
I'm already sprinting up.
Don't sprint too fast.
Too late. I am hightailing it up those stairs. No time for conversation, only action.
Do you sprint and stop at the top, or do you just run head first into the next room?
Yeah, just kind of throw caution to the wind.
All right. So, Noah, you kind of cautiously go up the stairs.
Sounds like me.
And you get to the top, and it's just a void. You just find yourself in outer space, and you see way off in the distance, you see shirtless NPC Logan. And he's waving. He's like, "Hi, Noah, I'm over here now." And then even farther beyond him, you see Brian floating, and he's like, "I didn't stop."
Help me, Noah.
You see just a void of stars, and you see off like way to the right, you see a black hole that oddly isn't sucking much of anything in. And then kind of above you, you're just looking all around, and you see there's like a rocket ship floating through the stars.
Little Einstein.
And across the void,
is there a
like,
spaceman?
even farther than Brian, you can just barely make out the next totem pole.
Okay.
I'm gonna try space swimming to the totem pole.
All right. While you're doing that, can you try throwing a sleeping pill into the black hole or something? I just want to see what that does.
Yeah, and as right before I start my backstroke toward the totem pole, I throw a sleeping pill in the direction of the black hole.
Okay. So the black hole is very far away. At this distance, you definitely miss.
Oh, man.
You're doing your little backstroke. You're kind of wiggling around. It's like slightly working, but not really. But you eventually wiggle your way over to the door, the totem pole.
Oh, okay. So you've made it.
Great. Yeah.
I'm gonna so back where I am, I'm just gonna sit down, take out my guitar, and start playing Yellow by Coldplay. and for the next 4 minutes or so, Brian's gonna do whatever Brian is about to say he's gonna do.
I'm gonna see if there's anything I can glean from the totem pole.
You look at the totem pole.
I assume I'm like
time-
clinging onto it right now.
There's a little platform, like
Oh, okay, okay,
over
okay.
there.
Is there like gravity now on the platform? Like, am I
Oddly, there
standing
is.
upright? Okay, cool.
Oddly, yes.
Yeah, so I walk over to the totem pole and examine it.
At the bottom, it's a bucket. Then above that is a throne.
Oh,
Above that is a rocket ship. Above that is
Uh-huh.
like a chalice, and above that is a disc. And there's
okay.
a sticky note on the rocket ship part that says, "Fix the other totem poles, or you're fired."
Lovely retcon, Logan.
Thank you. And then at the bottom, you see kind of a little diamond shape, rectangular prism, kind of like a diamond hole in the bottom of the totem pole with another blinking red light. Or not blinking, steady red light.
Steady red light. Okay.
Is it big enough for me to fit my penis in there?
You definitely.
Maybe not Noah.
Oh,
God's
I
no.
put my hand on my fly and look over to Noah as if asking him if I should do it.
I respond with the lyrics of the song Yellow.
I take that as a yes and put my dick in the hole.
All right. So I guess I should have specified it's not so much of a hole as just like a gap. I don't even know how to explain. Like a little indent. Like
Oh, like it's like carved out of the wood.
yeah.
Okay, I just thought it was a prism-shaped hole. I guess I didn't listen very carefully.
No, I didn't really explain that well.
That's okay. I zip up my fly and
You kind of stick it just flops against the totem pole, and you're like, I thought this would go different.
I thought this would go way better for me. Wait, so it's just like oh, I bet we have to find like the diamond-shaped peg for the diamond-shaped slot. That's my theory,
The
Noah.
rocket ship probably has something to do with it, seeing as there's a rocket ship on the totem pole.
I think we got to get over to that rocket ship, Noah.
If we think back to the past couple rooms, the first room had the mop bucket in it. The second, because of the oil, and not because of the oil, with the oil. The second room had the bear on a throne, and now we have a rocket ship in the void room. So,
I'm a rocket man.
I'm gonna finish my song, and then I just do a quick shout to the void, hear an echo, the void's echo, and then I
Oh my god.
and then I take the mop, which I still have apparently, and I hop on it like you would your magic broomstick, you know, and I prepare, take a little squat, and prepare for takeoff, and I start riding the mop like a magic broomstick up towards the rocket ship. I'm the Wicked Witch of Space.
I love that visual.
Which Noah rides his pole up to the rocket ship.
I'm the clean witch of the castle.
You are now kind of floating right outside the rocket ship.
All right. Say I like kind of grab on to the outside of the rocket ship, and there's Is there windows on this rocket ship?
Yeah, there's one. It's like
at the very top.
The cartoon looking rocket ship. Yeah.
Okay. So with my almighty strength, I traverse my way across the rocket ship to take a peek. Excuse me. My demons just came out. With my almighty strength, I climb. Oh God! For those of you at home, Brian just did one of his on-camera moments. If you've listened to the rest of our episodes, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, with the strength of 1,000 grizzly bears, I traverse my way to the window and take a peek inside. And what do I see?
You see a human man with a spaceman helmet on. But other than the spaceman helmet, he's completely naked taking a shower.
Oh. Darn, I should have played one more song before I came up here. Maybe he'd
He's
be out of
wearing
the shower by then.
I just missed how funny that thing Loki said was. Can I add to the story?
Sure.
He's using a bar of Dr. Squatch.
Okay, that works.
Okay,
Space
so
Dr. Squatch.
So I'm gonna knock on the window and yell, "Hey, Mr. Space Dr. Squatch, or Dr. Space Squatch," and I come in.
He whips around. He covers up his winky. And he says, "What in the space hell?"
Oh, he's from southern space, apparently.
Yeah. You see him grab his spacesuit that's neatly folded next to him. And by the way, it's on the outside it looks like the little cartoony rocket ship, but on the inside it's a sizable home.
Sizable homie rocket.
But the only window looks into the bathroom.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he unfolds his spacesuit that he had neatly folded and puts it on with the rest of his ensemble, which was his space helmet.
Yep.
That's the only other part. You see him run out of the bathroom. Would you like to wait for him? Or would you like to do something in the meantime, or leave, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my guitar out and play a little space tune.
You start playing a space tune. Like a minute goes by, and you see the rocket door, open up, and the spaceman floats out of the rocket, and he just starts blasting. He's got a laser pistol, and he starts shooting at
shit.
you. No warning.
He's mad as fuck.
And he's missing his shots, but he can only miss for so long.
I take out my tennis racket and I take swings at his lasers in case they hit me.
One comes close, you send it flying. It goes off into oblivion. Another one comes and it hits his rocket ship, and you just hear him yell, "I don't have space insurance!" One of them goes flying off. It hits the ground right next to where Brian's standing and just kind of just sizzles the ground next to him. And
I say, egads.
One hits him and it knocks him back, but he's got the spacesuit. He's protected.
Yeah.
And he keeps blasting, and eventually one hits NPC Logan.
No, NPC Logan.
No! Say it ain't so.
It blasts him to where Brian is, and he's stunned and barely clinging to life.
No!
Oh, God.
Our NPC buddy. Oh.
Wait, so what's the extent of NPC Logan's injuries?
He got hit with a laser pistol blast, and he was shirtless.
Where was he hit?
In the shirtless.
In the shirtless.
Shirtless area.
He's gonna have a laser burn.
Slightly charred.
Okay, well,
I take let's see. I assume I can't light a match in space.
What good is lighting a match gonna do right now?
Oh, you'll see.
You're on the platform. I'll allow it. The platform's not really.
The platform's not really space, so I use I've been waiting for that. This isn't how I thought I'd use it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I use the air freshener and the match to make like a flamethrower, and I use it to try and cauterize the laser.
The burn?
Wait, no, I thought he was bleeding out.
No,
Oh,
he got burned
he got
by a laser, and now you're burning him more.
Well, I get no takesies backsies, I guess.
You just see, he just groans in agony. He's still unconscious.
Okay, well, that means he can feel the pain, so he's at least still alive.
Okay, so
We learned something. It wasn't good,
And
but
I
we did
wasted
learn
a-
something.
I stomp my foot and I say I wasted a perfectly good fucking match. And I
Well-
chuck it towards the black hole in defiance.
Oh,
Well,
no.
With a newfound anger for this man who doesn't have space insurance, I go into assassin mode and I bait him into shooting a laser towards me, but I'm actually baiting him to shoot the lasers into the black hole.
Oh
And
wait,
he shoots
how
a laser.
are you gonna bait him, Noah? How are you gonna antagonize?
Oh, I'm full on going out there and like flirting with the lasers, but hey, I've got a tennis racket. They're not gonna hit me.
Oh, you like to flirt with danger, do you?
Hey, I'm in assassin mode. Anything goes.
Assassin Noah's swatting lasers left and right. They're bouncing off the rocket ship. He's getting progressively angry. He's like, "You're gonna space pay for this." He's like, "Look at all those space damages. I'm space pissed off."
Space progressive will never believe this. No, Space Farm is better. Shit. Fuck.
Yeah, you're right.
Jake from Space Farm.
Are you just across your room?
That's what I do during this podcast. Here's a little inside secret, guys. This is what I look like when I'm recording.
He's just pacing.
Pacing. Sometimes I'm sitting in my chair, but sometimes I'm just pacing. Helps me think about how I'm gonna fucking kill this space guy. You
Yeah.
wanna know how I got these scars, spaceman?
Did you say you were trying to get him to shoot the black hole?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the spaceman's laser blasts comes towards you, but you're close enough to the black hole now that it hits the black hole, and the second it makes contact, it's just whoop, gone. And you hear like almost a voice, but like not really, come from the black hole. That's not what I wanted.
Oh, I think I get it. All right. So as Noah's doing that while the spaceman's distracted, I'm going to start doing the butterfly stroke and flanking. Like, I'm going to go trying not to be seen, I'm going to go around the other side of the ship.
All right. Yeah, he's fully distracted. He's trying to get his space revenge on Noah for seeing this Winky.
Space revenge.
As any self-respecting spaceman would do. I would have fucking killed Noah already if I were him.
Yeah,
but not everyone's a stone cold killer like me.
You don't want to mess with me in assassin mode. You won't like me when I'm in assassin
mode.
Assassin mode shakes me to my core.
mode.
All right, so you make it over to the rocket ship, Brian. Do you go in the rocket ship? I think you kind of said that.
Do I, is there a door on the other side that I can use?
Oh yeah, he left the door. Well, he left the door he came out of just wide open, and he left it unattended.
Oh, and he's distracted enough that I can. Right.
Oh yeah, no, he's pretty far away at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna rummage through the ship a little bit.
So you float into the ship there at the kitchen table, just sipping coffee, but still wearing a space helmet. You see Mrs. Spaceman.
Space wife, okay.
And she's just like, who the space goddamn are you?
I'm like, did someone order a pizza?
I ordered a space pizza.
With extra space olives?
No.
With extra space anchovies?
Definitely no.
Just a plain cheese?
Yep.
Alright, that'll be $32.50.
Do you accept Apple Pay?
No, sorry, lady, we're cash only.
Oh.
Company
Don't
policy.
Don't forget the space tax.
Don't forget the
Space tax.
There's a 10% space tax.
She goes over, and there's like a vault in the wall, and there's like a poster hanging above it that says vault with an arrow. And she puts in like half the password. She looks over her shoulder at you, and then she looks back, puts in the other half of the password, and then she pulls out like $50, 50 space bucks, and she's like, keep the change.
I'll tip the guy working at the
So-
space bar when I get back to the restaurant.
So I've kind of dug myself into a hole here because I do not have a family size space cheese for her.
That's what you're worried about?
So I'm gonna. I undo my belt from my waist and quickly before she can react, I wrap it 4 times around her neck and start pulling as hard as I can.
Jesus Christ!
I can't space breathe.
And as she's passing
no
out,
one can breathe in space.
as she's passing out, I whisper into her ear, "In space, no one can hear you scream."
Oh God!
And I lower her gently to the ground, and I don't pull hard enough to kill her. I want her to lose consciousness. Or what do I do now?
That's for you to decide.
So I'm 50. I'll add $50 to my my equipment.
50 space bucks.
50 space bucks.
Space bucks. Is the what instead of like George Washington? What's like the picture on the space bucks?
Space George Washington.
Space Washington.
Washington.
Space Washington.
50
Wait,
space
she gave
bucks.
you 50 space Washington bucks? You couldn't get a space Lincoln or a couple space Jacksons? Okay.
Nope.
All right. So was it just a dinner table and then the massive vault in the room? What else is there?
There's a couch and a space TV and a space sink.
Space sink.
And the space sink.
Is there a Sadie sink?
I walk over to the vault keypad to see like maybe like the numbers are like worn down from being pressed on. I don't know.
You can see very clearly 1, 2, 3, and 4 are very worn down.
I try 1, 2, 3, 4.
It doesn't work.
I try 4, 3, 2, 1.
It doesn't work.
Try space.
I try space.
It doesn't work.
I try 2, 2, 3, 4, 1.
It doesn't work.
I try 3, 4, 1, 2.
It doesn't work.
I try 3, 2, 1, 4.
It works.
I walk into the vault.
It's not that big, but it just kind of opens. It's like a wall safe.
A wall
Oh,
safe.
it's a wall safe. Okay. What?
Yeah, I guess a vault's different.
They call it a vault, but it's like the size of like a hotel safe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, pretty much.
I see what's in it.
All right, there's another 50 space bucks. She gave you half of her life's earnings.
And told me to keep the change. And then I strangled her.
You need to reevaluate who you are as a human being.
Oh my god.
And then there is a diamond that is diamond shaped.
I know what that might be for. All right, so I stick the diamond in my pocket. And I only take 20 of the remaining space.
She just took 70% of her space bucks. By the way, Spaceman is still actively firing at Noah.
Oh, I know. I am fully equipped to handle this maniac.
So she was sitting at a dinner table, right? Did she happen to be using like a steak knife or anything by any chance?
She was drinking coffee.
Did she have a spoon?
Okay.
Nope, she was drinking coffee.
Did she
with
have-
no spoon?
I pick up the coffee mug and Gronk spike it on the floor.
There's not really gravity, but
Okay, fine.
Wait.
Yes, this whole time you've been in zero gravity in the spaceship.
That makes the interaction even funnier. We're like floating.
You were on the ceiling when he strangled.
I'm so glad we told you to add this part back.
Yeah.
This was a good addition.
Okay, I smash the coffee cup, like I take it in my hand and like try to break it on the wall then.
Okay. Somehow you managed to break the coffee mug, yeah.
Okay. I grab one of the shards of glass from the coffee mug. I pick up unconscious Mrs. Spaceman, and I'm holding the shard
I
of
see where
glass.
this is going.
I'm holding the shard of glass to her neck, and I walk to like the door of the spaceship and yell, "Hey, asshole!" into the void.
Spaceman's just firing away at Noah, and he hears, "Hey, asshole," and he's like, "Huh? That was my mother's space maiden name." And he turns around, and he sees you just holding his space wife hostage.
Drop the fucking blaster, or your wife gets it.
You see him hesitate. I mean, we've been in couples counseling. This would save me a space dime. But I can't have that on my conscience. So, and he just kind of tosses the gun, and it starts like slowly floating towards you.
So is the gun at this point like well, I probably shouldn't give up my hostage.
Don't forget that I'm still a character.
Yeah, no. Okay, I got you out of this situation. Noah.
Okay,
what are you gonna do now?
With the gun now floating in free space, the laser gun, I managed to get my hands on it, and then with supersonic force, I lunge myself towards this spaceman and push him back towards the rocket, and we crash into the rocket. I am pinning him against the wall or the floor or whatever direction we're facing. I'm pinning him to
like in
whatever,
the rocket.
wherever Brian is.
Okay,
Kind of
it's outside.
in the vicinity of Brian.
Right.
He can't move because, well, let's just say that I'm holding him down with more than the force of 1,000 waterfalls. So Brian and I think now we're going to go inside.
All right,
we are
yep.
going to bring them to the table, the dining room table or whatever they were sitting at. And we're going to set them up for the next couples counseling session.
Okay.
We're gonna get the remaining $30 and split it 2 equal ways amongst them, and then we are going to tie them to their chairs so they can't leave until their session is over.
What are we tying them down with?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
just
right.
gonna ask that.
The shower curtain from the bathroom?
Can we rip the shower
We
curtain
can cut it
into
into ribbons, maybe.
space ribbon?
You could cut it with their safety scissors.
Yeah, our spacey scissors.
They have a drawer just full of space safety scissors.
Okay, I'm gonna pocket one of those.
Safety scissors. Okay,
It was
yeah.
in the bedroom, so I didn't mention it.
And we'll use them to tie up the space couple. And I assume, the space gun has made its way to us by now, so I grabbed that too.
Okay, so now
Okay,
that
actually, I feel like I have an arsenal by now, Noah. Do you want the space gun?
yeah, sure, I'll take it. All I have on me right now is do I even have my mop anymore? Maybe I should get my mop back. I guess I have the space safety scissors and the laser gun now. Yeah, okay, so while Brian's grabbing the laser gun, I retrieve my mop, so I still have my mop. I had a dirty rag, but I gave it to Brian. And as far as I know, he still has that, I think. Yeah, anyway, having pocketed a pair of space safety scissors, and Brian having pocketed the diamond-shaped whatever the heck it was.
It was a diamond.
Diamond-shaped diamond.
The diamond. We leave the ship, and we lunge our way over to, or I guess I would fly myself on my magical flying mop stick over to NPC Logan, who is still unconscious on the ground.
And I'll do the breaststroke.
Yeah, we get over there, but we'll get to NPC Logan in a minute.
He's just chilling, unconscious, horribly burned, and then horribly burned again.
Horribly burned twice.
Do we have any leftover space ribbon?
I mean, there's probably a lot of shower curtain.
Maybe we ought to have taken one of those with us.
What do we need it for?
Oh, you'll see. All right. So after reaching the little spot where the totem pole is, safe and sound, supposedly, I take the laser gun and fire 1001 lasers at the rocket ship until it explodes in a fiery massacre explosion. And I say, that's how it's space done.
What was the point of setting them up for a counseling session? Make peace with their god before they die? Holy shit, Noah.
The spaceship just it just goes boom, and you just see two charred spacesuit corpses floating, and then behind it you see a third smaller charred spacesuit.
Oh god.
No. Oh, I would have recruited the kid.
No, you fucking steal their kid from him. So
you guys didn't find Space Kid.
Not Space Cadet.
No. Well, I guess it's time to put the diamond in the hole and say I'm spaced out of here.
Okay. Yep, I have the diamonds, so we'll go ahead and do that. I'm still grappling with what I just had to witness. But
Noah did not warn you at all about this.
Nope,
so
he did not tell me. He was in assassin mode, and that was
all right. And once I see the explosion, my assassin mode turns off.
You have to confront the horrors of what you've done and think about it forever.
You just fall to your knees in grief.
I fall down on my muddy knees and go, he was innocent.
Oh god. This feels like when you have to kill the stuffed animal elephant in It Takes Two.
Yeah.
Except we didn't have to kill them. But you can't tell Assassin Noah that, so yeah, without further ado, we'll put the diamond in the slot.
Facing all the horror that you just caused, you have the diamond from the vault on the rocket ship, and you see it's like a perfect match to the indent in the totem pole. So you place it in there with a big smile on your face, and it goes clunk, and nothing happens.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
so it fits perfectly in there, but nothing's happening.
well,
Hmm.
I have one.
Hopefully destroying the spaceship wasn't a bad move. If it is, that's your mess to clean up, Noah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
What's your idea, though?
Are space bucks indestructible?
I'd say they're just regular money, but in space.
Well, it's a good thing Brian grabbed some. Maybe we need them. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I remember
I feel like he just made up space bucks because I said the thing about the pizza, but that could be a hunch.
Wow, I think that also.
In that case, well, I recall the black hole saying that's not what I needed earlier, or something.
Oh.
So either we have to throw the diamond in the black hole, or we need to throw one of the humans in the black hole.
I guess we'll. I feel like we want to try getting rid of the diamond last, so maybe we'll.
Yeah, or like maybe it needs money.
Over to the charred corpses and try throwing them in the black hole.
Do you throw them all in, or
one at a time? Start with who do we start with?
We'll start with Spaceman.
Spaceman.
So you fling Spaceman at the black hole. He's floating through the stars, and he hits the black hole. And as he hits it, it's the boom, and he's just gone. You hear the almost a voice, but not really a voice again. It's like, that's not what I wanted either.
And it is at this moment that I go, maybe I was too hard on him.
Too hard on him? Is that what you'd call it, Noah?
Yes.
Murdering a man and his wife and child.
It's just a little bit of tough love.
In my defense, I didn't know about the child, but he did shoot a laser at my NPC friend, okay? We can't forget that
now
part.
He's almost dead. Okay, I try, like, are there, like, bits of spaceship everywhere?
Yeah.
I just try throwing those in.
Okay. You throw piece after piece, and the voice is just like, yuck, ew, this doesn't taste good, ew.
Okay, I throw the wife and child.
Oh, I kind of wish I got the
With
opportunity
tears
to meet Space
in
Kid.
my eyes, I push the wife and child into the black hole.
You push you push Mrs. Spaceman, and she hits the black hole and boom, and the black hole is like, when are you gonna figure out what I want? And then you're like, okay, it's gotta be Space Kid. So you take Space Kid and you fling him, and he's floating towards the black hole. And a second before he hits it, he goes, no, wait! And then, boom.
All right, well, that one's on you.
I should have checked his pulse. He was like, I like to imagine that he wasn't even like burnt up. Like he looked totally fine.
Oh, you're horrible people.
So I'm after that I'm speechless. I I can barely even fucking function. So like,
Uh.
now Noah has to figure out what to do. I'm just floating there in space, staring into the black hole.
Oh my god. Well, I guess this is my play, isn't it?
Yep.
So I take my d20 and I roll an 18. What do I do? No,
That's backwards.
Oh yeah, you're right. Whatever. I grab the diamond out of Brian's pocket. And I say this better work in a defeated tone, and I give it a nice little hurl towards the hole, and I cross my fingers.
As the gem hits the black hole, vroom.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. I was
I don't
hoping that
know
would work.
what voice that black hole has, but it's like yummy, yummy, and then it's like, bleh, and it burps out the same diamond that you just saw, but it's shiny black.
Oh,
Now it's an
I get
onyx
it
diamond.
now.
Is the void gem.
The void gem.
I've already forgotten about the child, and I'm making my way over to the diamond. I get it, I assume, unless you're gonna throw like a wrench in that, and then
A pipe wrench.
I'll put it back in the slot.
This time you're feeling more confident. You slide the gem back into the place. It clicks again, and this time you hear a whoom,
Let's
and the
go.
light flashes green, and the door opens.
Hell yeah!
Yay!
On to the final tower thing.
The final floor.
I think that was by far our most eventful
Alright.
floor.
Is
That was the
NPC
best floor.
Logan, has he recovered at all, or is he still on the brink of death?
He's not doing great. He's not dead.
Oh, that's right. I remember. So I have one piece of space ribbon.
One Piece.
I have a piece of space ribbon. I'm just gonna wrap his wound with it.
Okay, his whole chest.
Yep. He has
All right.
he's yeah.
Good
He at
thing
least
to
has a
know.
bandage now.
All right. I assume you guys are going upstairs.
Yeah, I
You
think.
gotta drag NPC Logan up.
Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna make sure I'm dragging him, but at the same time I'm like propping him up in front of me.
Are we like rolling him up the
we go
stairs?
upstairs. Yeah.
You're like slowly, carefully maneuvering him up the stairs. So you get to the top of the stairs, and this time there's a door. It looks the same as the other ones, but this time instead of being like a big metal door or whatever I said it was, it's a wooden door, and it has a handle, and it's easy to open. And you guys push open the door. You're carrying this half-naked guy covered in oil who's charred.
The miracle this man is alive.
You guys are like trauma filled. You just seen some shit. Noah's carrying a mop.
Oh right, I have that.
Brian's just got like a dirty rag hanging out of his pocket.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I don't think I ever gave that back to Noah. Oh, good job keeping tabs on that.
And you guys walk in, and you are just in a massive banquet hall. And there's just people
Ooh.
everywhere in fancy dresses, suits, sipping champagne, dancing. There's music playing, and it's just the classic record scratches. And everyone turns and stares at you, just standing there.
All right.
And then they all collectively decide they've seen worse, or they don't care, or it's just not worth their time. And the music starts again, and they all they all go back to dancing and having a good time and eating.
I go straight for the buffet.
All right.
Oh my god.
They got wings. They got
Do they have cauliflower wings?
cauliflower wings.
All right, I'm in.
They've got truffle mushrooms. They've got truffle chocolates. They've got
Truffle fries.
truffle fries.
What are
They've
truffle
got
mushrooms?
regular fries. They've got salad. I don't know. I don't know what fancy foods are. It's just shrimp, lobster, caviar. There we go. Seafood.
Exactly.
got-
I was hoping there would
Any
be
food you
shrimp.
can think of pretty much is there.
I start grabbing fistfuls of jumbo shrimp without using the tongs with my dirty ass hands. And I start shoving some in my mouth and some in my pockets.
A waiter gives you the side eye, but lets you continue.
Hell yeah. And then I start licking cocktail sauce off my fingers. But still grabbing more shrimp.
NPC Logan's just kind of like a couple feet from the door where you left him to demolish shrimp.
And I'm making my way over toward the buffalo wings now as Noah contemplates his next move.
So let's see here. I run over to the bar to get the freshest glass of ice water known to man, and I bring it back over to NPC Logan and pour it over his burn to hopefully cool it down.
So as you go up to the bar and they're like, it's actually not open bar today. The water is free, however, we do expect a tip.
Well, I take out the handy dandy space safety scissors that I grabbed earlier and plop those in his hand and say, "Here, it's a trinket from my homeland."
He gives you a dirty look, but lets you take the water.
Yay!
Oh yeah. Good negotiating, Noah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm not
Alright.
getting anything else from that bar tonight. Ooh.
You splash the water on NPC Logan's face, like you said, and
His burn.
he just he sputters to life, and he's like, water. And he's like, you can see he's still clearly severely injured, but he's conscious.
He's conscious, hydrated, and at least he has a bandage.
Yeah.
Uh,
So Brian's just going crazy on the buffet. NPC
My face
Logan's
is now
like,
covered in fucking buffalo sauce.
all right.
NPC Logan's conscious. Do you want to look around and see what's there?
Yeah, let's take a look at what's going on here.
All right. You see just a bunch of people sipping champagne, mingling under a glittering chandelier. Among them is a beautiful young woman in a flowing red dress.
Oh my god,
group-
yes.
A group of 3 young guys with instruments, and a jolly man in one of those tuxedo t-shirts.
Oh yes.
The woman is sitting alone, nursing her drink and staring right at you. The young guys are
Ooh.
whispering frantically to each other off in the corner, not paying any mind to anyone else at the party. The man is chatting up anyone and everyone who will listen.
Naturally.
That's it.
As Noah's taking in the scene, I walk over to the bar. I order straight gin on the rocks. I toss. I don't. Can I pay with space
Sorry,
bucks?
we're actually out of gin at the moment. We do have space gin.
Oh yeah. That'll
Fresh
do
import.
just fine.
Space gin.
Yeah. What do I owe you?
That'll be 4 space bucks, please.
All right. I give him 5 space bucks.
Much appreciated.
It's a 25% tip.
And-
Not bad.
And will you deliver this to the lady in the red dress and tell her it's from me and my associate?
Will do, sir. And he brings over the he brings over the space gin to her and says, "That's from that man and his associate." And she looks over and sees you, and you're just smiling and waving with buffalo sauce coating your mouth and fingers.
Exactly.
Uh,
I'm quite the charmer.
I'm the associate.
yeah, associate. I'm not there.
Yeah, you don't matter at this point. You're burned to a fucking crisp.
NPC Logan. Okay, before I walked over to be Brian's associate, I propped him up in a chair, so he's at least sitting now. And
Thanks, NPC. I mean, regular Noah.
He's sitting in a comfy chair with his burden cooling off, even though he's probably in excruciating pain.
I guess I observe her reaction. Like, how does she respond to the generous gift?
She puts down her completely full drink that she was drinking, grabs her new drink, kind of lifts it up in the air like cheersing to you, and
Cheers.
starts drinking it.
Hell yeah.
And now she's just staring at you now, Brian.
All right, no.
Whoa.
So no. So let's huddle up, Noah. Let's
Okay, huddle up.
in here.
This is only our second huddle up this entire time somehow, but okay.
Yeah, the first time was outside the tower.
Yeah, it was. Can you imagine what would have happened if we just turned around and left?
I can.
Of course you
I'm
can.
sure he had a plan for that, and
I'm
really
sure
wanna know
NPC
what it
Logan
was.
would probably be in a better condition.
That's the only reason I regretted not doing that, is I
Yeah.
I felt like something fun would have happened. But I guess we'll never know, or we'll know at some point. I don't know. But let's focus at the task at hand, Noah. I think you should the guy in the that tuxedo shirt, don't you get the feeling that he might be behind all this? Maybe this is his party?
True. He does certainly look like the jolly type of fellow that would host such a party.
Yeah, it's a guy we want to know more about, don't we?
Yeah,
That'd be
you're
in
right.
our best
you're
interest. Yeah. All right. I say you go find out more about this guy. I've taken the prying eyes off of you. Lady in the red dress, she's gonna be clocking me now the rest of the night. She's not gonna take her eyes off me, so that might open you up to go talk to the man in the tuxedo shirt.
Yes.
Lovely gentleman that
I'm
sure
see.
he is.
This was a deliberate plan. I like the way you think.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right, I'll swoop in and see what this fine lad is about.
I grab a random napkin from someone's plate and start wiping the buffalo sauce off my face. As I'm talking to Noah, I approach her. And I coolly pull out a stool and sit down next to her and say, "You enjoying your drink?"
As you do this, the leg of your stool breaks and you fall to the ground.
I yell "fuck" really loud as I'm falling to the ground.
You collect yourself, grab another stool, and sit down. And she's
grab a stool from somebody else's table and sit down.
Yeah. She's like, "Wow, how'd you know that space gin is my favorite?"
I can tell you're a woman of high class.
I'm really glad you didn't buy me regular gin. That shit's nasty.
Yeah. Who do you think I am? You think I'm cheap? Is that? I hope that's not the impression I give off.
Hi, I'm Anne.
And I
I'm-
approve this message.
I think my name is Brian in this story. I'm Brian. Nice to meet you. I guess we never truly established that.
No, you're you.
Okay. I'm just me.
Cool.
She leans in and she's like, "So, how much did they pay you for this party?"
I'm not sure I understand.
What's not to understand? I mean, this specific party, like, what's he paying you?
You mean that guy over there? And I point to the guy in the tuxedo shirt.
She just bursts out laughing. She's like, no, you know, the guy upstairs. You know, what's he paying you?
Oh, I start to realize, 100 up front, 100 when the night's done.
Her eyes kind of go wide, and she lowers her voice to a whisper, and she's like, I knew it. I thought I could tell you had an instrument on you, and I wasn't quite sure if I was right, but you have no clue what these somebody think of an insult. You have no clue what these
Space
mooks
fuck.
are getting paid. So clearly you're not in on this. Get out while you can. Get out. You do not want to be here.
And I just, I kind of nod and then try to see, like, how Noah's doing.
I walk up to this jolly fella and yeah, that's how it starts.
He's dancing to the music. He's chatting up a whole table of women. You go up and tap him onto the shoulder. Tap him onto the shoulder. You tap him on the shoulder, and he turns around and he's like, "Hey, what's up, my man?"
Hey, how's it going? How's the party?
The party's great, my guy. I'm so glad you made it.
Yeah, me too. Where's the entertainment around these parts? It's I expected some
Entertainment?
live music.
There's music everywhere.
Well, yes.
Don't you hear it?
Yes, speaker music, but like when's the real show starting?
Oh, don't worry. My band's going on in a couple hours.
Oh, you got a band.
Hell yeah, I got a band.
What's your band called?
You don't need to worry about what it's called. It's a little bit dirty, but it's not what you think. It's not what you think.
Okay. Well,
I'm not quite sure I caught your name, my man.
Oh, my name's Noah. Don't think too much into it. I don't know what there
pleasure.
is.
Steve.
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 Steve. Nice to meet you, Steve. Do you know who's throwing this party? I did get the invitation, but I forgot the name.
Oh, you mean the man? The man upstairs?
The man upstairs. Yes, that's who I got the invitation from. Probably, I think. Yes.
Ah, right from the big man himself.
Yeah, didn't you?
I mean, he pays me and my band to be here, but I'd come here anyway. Party like this.
You seem like the type. Well, so you're telling me that this man upstairs is in charge around these parts?
The man, yeah, the man upstairs. Yeah, he's in charge.
Yeah, okay. And you are a member of a band.
Hell
that likes to party, and you
love
have
to party.
Every right to do that. That's so awesome. You live your life, man. Hey, it was good to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine.
Okay, I'm gonna go find Brian.
And he goes back to talking to the women. He's like, "Did you know I can crush a watermelon between my?" You're out of range.
Awesome. Yeah, and I'm kind of standing nearby, like making my way over to you, Noah.
So, did you learn anything?
I get a bad feeling about this play. I think whatever the man upstairs is planning, it ain't good.
Okay, so you also learned about the man upstairs.
That lady was freaked out. She wanted us to get the fuck out of here.
Well, that jolly fellow I just talked to, whose name is Steve, apparently, is one of the band members here who's going on in a couple hours. He says the big man upstairs is paying him to be here. I don't know what that means.
Weren't there like 3 guys around here? Where are those guys? Are they the
Yeah.
band?
I don't know.
I look around for the 3 guys.
They're at the back, away from everybody else, and you happen to notice that right next to them is another identical door with a totem pole next to it.
Noah, should we together approach the totem pole and the 3 men, or do you want to
Yeah.
go do your own?
Yeah, let's go over there together. I'm not sure I can handle 3 guys at once. I say after I just beat out a space laser man, but that's besides the point.
The two of you walk over to these 3 guys who are huddled, and they don't even notice you walking over to them. Something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, fellas. Everything good over here?
One of them, he's kind of a bigger dude with like a curly mustache. He looks up, and he's the one that's kind of facing you guys in the huddle.
Sure.
He notices you're talking to them, and he's like, guys, they're talking to us. And he's visibly shocked that you're talking to him. And the other 2 stand up, and they're just like ghost pale faces.
Ooh.
That somebody at this party is talking to them.
What's got you guys so nervous?
You're talking to us? We didn't come up to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That doesn't happen. At this point, it's you get the sense it's kind of the leader. He's like the
guy with the curly mustache.
He's a big muscular guy.
Yep.
No, it's not the guy with the mustache. The guy with the mustache is kind of a bigger guy. He's got a curly mustache. Then there's who you think is the leader. He's a little shorter. He's ripped. And then there's the third guy. He's a little nerdier looking. They're you know, in a character creator when you get like the triangle, it's like muscular, fat, thin. They're like the 3 extremes.
Got it.
Right, the 3 defaults that you work off of. Yep.
So they're bewildered that you came up to them.
Right. That's interesting. Well, we were kind of hoping you could help us out. We really want to know who's going to be performing tonight.
The nerdy guys like performing tonight, performing last night, performing the night before, and he just kind of trails off.
Wait. Hold on. What do you? Well, I guess continue.
The leader guy, the ripped guy's like, you should know. I mean, I'm sure it was made very clear to you when you got your paycheck from this guy upstairs that everybody keeps talking about, you know.
Yes.
I'm sure he told you exactly what he wanted.
How long have you guys been here?
Who can even keep track anymore? The
nerdy one.
says. Yeah. The bigger guy's like, it feels like months, but I think it's been a few weeks. The main guy's like, we'll solve this challenge eventually. We'll get it. And he says it to his friends.
Hold on. You, kind sir, I point to the curly mustache guy. You look like perhaps you have the voice of an angel. Are you guys a band?
Of course we're a band. You would know that if you got the instructions. We're Landon's lads.
Got it. Landon's lads. Pleasant to meet you.
Do you not know who we are?
Yeah, we know who you are. We just we've been on a little break from our musical experiences and are just trying to get back with the times, you know.
I don't know about that, but okay. And then the nerdy one speaks up and he's like, "Guys, has anyone else noticed they also have instruments?" And they all they look at you and kind of start to realize what's going on.
Yeah, I've got my my trumpet right here.
And I've got my relatively new guitar.
We played a song for a bear man.
The main guy just stares at you. You played a song for a bear?
Yeah. No, we had to entertain him, or he would have
And then you
ate us
fought a
whole.
spaceman?
Yeah, how'd you
did
know that?
know we fought a spaceman?
Because we did it weeks ago.
And you've been here ever since.
You're also competing for the record deal.
Oh.
The record deal is perhaps the reason that we're up here, maybe, perhaps, yes. But hey, we also thought there might be a dragon.
Oh, so we gotta beat you guys in the song competition for the record, don't we?
I don't think that's your greatest concern. We haven't been able to leave here. Every other challenge, we figured it out sooner or later. This one, we've been stuck this whole time.
I guess the only way forward is through this door.
Yeah, but every other room is need a sacrifice of some sort. We don't know what to put in here. We've tried everything. Night after night, it's a loop. Everything resets when the party ends.
So you're telling me we pretty much have a span of 24 hours to figure out how the heck we get out of here.
And then you gotta try it all over again.
And there's no guarantee.
If you guys have done this before, what happens next?
The main guy, he's like, by the way, my name's Landon. This is our band, Landon's Lads. One of them mentioned it or something. Or I mentioned it. Time is a construct at this point.
It is.
We remember.
Well, we and our other associate are a band because we can clap together.
That's right.
We go by Randy's Gentleman.
Which one of you is Randy?
About that is correct.
Randy went off to fight in the war. We honor him by carrying his name.
I respect that. I'm a former Marine myself.
Good for you, man.
The other two, he's like, oh, where are my manners? Sorry. I'm Landon. This is my boy Nestor. And this big fella's Barry. He's our harp player.
You play the harp?
I play the harp, yeah. I'm a foodie.
Good for you.
Just felt the need to mention that.
Nestor pipes up. He's like, I'm the head of my neighborhood watch.
Cool, dude. Yeah, I'm Brian.
And I'm Noah.
I shout across the entire ballroom. Logan! Get over here. These guys want to meet you.
NPC Logan teleports.
Are they surprised at that, or have they seen this before?
Nobody addresses it.
It just happens.
It just happens.
It's just, yeah. So Landon's like, all right, so we'll fill you in on what we know. Basically, the party goes, and it's a regular party until a couple hours from now when Boom goes on.
And which one is Boom?
You seen Steve around?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that checks out.
Yeah. He goes around, he's the life of the party, and then they go on. And that's when things start to go south.
Oh, yeah? In what way?
Well,
Barry's like, have you guys did you have to fight anybody yet? I don't know why I'm talking like that. It's just my normal voice. Have you guys had to fight anything yet?
You mean
Yeah.
like on our way here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we went over this already.
The
spaceman,
Yeah, I
the
have
bear.
a problem listening. You fought. Okay, that's good. You guys have any weapons? Cause you're gonna need them.
I have a tennis racket.
Oh God, what's gonna happen?
Landon's like, I can't spoil the surprise too much.
Why not?
This is your first time.
I feel like if the surprises depend, like our lives depend on the surprise, I feel like you can.
Well, as long as you don't die, you'll be fine tomorrow.
No, really.
You'll be reset to the moment you walked in here.
Well, that's gonna be awkward.
Sure is.
Well, we'll leave you to it. See if you can figure it out.
Don't worry, guys. I'll get us out of here.
Nestor's just like, but you probably won't. They wander off to go talk in a different corner.
We spoiled their corner. It's contaminated with all of our words.
I think we should inspect the totem pole.
It's the same as the first few. It doesn't have the rocket ship. It's the older model. This time the light is kind of at the top of it. It's the red.
Mm-hmm.
And at the bottom there's like a trash chute. It's like it's got the door that you kind of lift open, and then it's just a massive tunnel into the ground.
Mm.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Noah?
I might be, but I don't know if I like where this is headed.
Oh wait, Noah, I've got the best idea. I run around wildly, ripping every tablecloth off every table I come across, sending drinks flying everywhere, like food all over the ground, and I run back to Noah with just like a bundle of tablecloths, like so big I can barely carry it. And then I just hand a couple to Noah and say, start tying these together.
Should have saved more of that space ribbon.
So
okay.
I'm tying together a bunch of tablecloths, and we end up with like maybe about like 50 feet of like makeshift rope from the tablecloth. And then I say, Noah, you're gonna tie this tablecloth about around both of my ankles and lower me down into the trash chute. Okay. You think you can handle that?
I think I can handle that. NPC Logan, can you help me hold the thing?
You got it, buddy.
Cool.
I like position myself like head first into the trash chute with just my ankles sticking out so they can tie the tablecloth around me and wait for them to lower me into the trash chute.
They lower you in. You're kind of scaling down it, and you get maybe 3/4 of the way down into the pit. The lid to the trash compactor slams shut.
Oh no.
The rope that you guys made won't budge up or down.
Oh shit.
And the lid won't budge either.
So am I like hanging upside down by my ankles, or am I like horizontal right now?
We tied it around your ankles, didn't we?
I went head first into the chute.
You are dangling from your ankles.
Oh man.
Like above like a pit, and I don't know what's down there.
Yep.
And blood is rushing to my head. Okay.
Yep.
If I yell, can Noah hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I yell up, Noah! I can cut the rope. Should I do it?
What, are you crazy?
What, should I just let blood rush to my head till I pass out?
Probably not.
Or should I try to, like, Wally, like, climb up the trash chute? With my hands on... Oh, I could probably do that.
If you can get yourself upright, see how long you can hang out down there. But
So
otherwise...
I try to, like, turn myself upright, see if that works. With my hands and, like, feet on the sides of the chute, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you managed to get yourself upright.
Okay, then, like, am I strong enough to, like, climb all the way out of the chute, or is it, like...
Yeah.
Okay.
You got this.
And, I can grab onto the rope at this point, too, so I'm like...
Right.
Oh, right, but I don't know if I can So I climb up to the top and try and open the lid to the chute.
It does not budge.
It does not budge. Okay. So at least now I can hang here and my time, I suppose. Do I know, like, is there any, like, passageways that split off or anything? Like, I start, like, knocking on, like, the metal of the chute to see if I can notice anything.
Nope, it seems to be just a straight shot down.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna not drop myself into the blackness of this pit. Find a way to open the chute or like gather information until we run out of options, and at that point maybe I'll just see what's down there.
Okay, got it. Let me run and find one of Landon's lads real quick.
Yeah. And as you're running away, I go, ask him if they know what's down the chute.
Landon's lads are huddled in a different section.
Yep. I leave NPC Logan with the rope. Okay, so, hey, lads, quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you know what's down that chute over there?
Rookie move. You tried the teammate down the chute.
Okay, fine.
We've been there.
All right, and what happened?
Nestor's like, not much of anything. It's just a holding room. It's just a room. There's nothing down there. It didn't do anything when we tried it.
But you're saying that if someone went down there, they wouldn't die.
I'd hope not. There's nothing down there to hurt them.
Okay.
But...
Question. Again, you said that every day this room basically resets and you reappear wherever you entered or whatever.
Yep. Once the party ends.
Okay, so I guess my question is, does that happen even if life-altering events occur?
Nestor looks at him, looks at you, and he's like, well, it did for me.
Care to elaborate?
They made me go down the chute. Barry's like, they called me their NPC.
Fuck, we should have sent Logie down the chute.
Darn.
Why did I volunteer for this?
You were eager to jump to action.
I
Landon's
always am.
like, yeah, he'll be fine tomorrow. You just have to hope you and the other guy are.
So basically, if I leave him there, he'll just respawn where we showed up.
He will.
What if I shot the door down? The garbage chute door.
Oh, I mean, I guess we haven't really tried that, but I don't know.
Noted.
You get the feeling that they don't have a laser pistol of their own.
Yeah, I'm realizing that.
That's a little advantage that we have.
Okay. Got it. Thanks. That's all I needed to know. So, where's that girl that was in the red dress that was talking to Brian earlier?
Sitting. She's finished her space gin and she's back to her wine.
Back to the wine. Okay, I approach her.
Ah, you.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you were the associate that was so graciously pointed out to me.
Right. Yeah, my friend spoke to you. What did you mean when you told him to get out while we still can? Or has that ship sailed?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the second you interact with Steve over there, the doors are shut for good.
I've interacted with Steve, but my bandmates haven't.
Then maybe they have a fighting chance.
What you're saying is I'm done for.
Do you see the door open right now? And you look over and the door that you had come through is very clearly shut.
Yep, okay, cool. So, when did you try the garbage chute?
Garbage chute?
Oh, you don't know about the garbage chute?
I know about the garbage chute. It's funny you think I would compete.
Oh, I just assumed everyone here was a band. Okay.
No. The guests here, they're not really guests at all. Most of them are hired by the man upstairs.
If this party ends every night, who gets the record deal?
Whoever makes it out.
But Steve's still here.
Yeah, he's part of the party.
Does that mean he doesn't make it out every night?
He loops with the party. He's part of it.
I'm so confused. All right, well, thanks for your time.
The god of Randy's gentleman whispers into your mind that Steve and his bandmates are not competing. They're part of the party.
The god of Randy's gentleman. All right, well, I'm heading back to the garbage chute so I can talk to Brian through the garbage door.
You see the woman in the red dress who...
Well, here's what I learned. The party resets every night. The only people I know for sure were invited performers were the Landon lads. Steve resets with the party still.
Oh, so everything else is part of the game.
Yeah, basically. I don't know. Are you making anything of this?
Not really, but did you find out what's down this chute?
Oh, according to the Landon lads, that's everyone's first resort, and it's just an empty room.
What if there's something down there they missed? Should I check it out, or should we
Perhaps.
find a way to get me out? You might need backup.
Well, I mean, if we don't figure it out for the rest of the night, we're just gonna reset at the room we entered in anyways, so no harm done probably. Oh wait, one more thing. I asked the Landon lads what would happen if I shot the door down, and they seemed very confused. So something tells me they did not take a space pistol with them.
Maybe they weren't as violent as you.
I renounce my assassin ways.
Your call, Noah. I'll cut myself loose and crawl down this hole if you want, or you can get me out to help you fight or whatever's gonna happen.
Why don't I take a shot at the door here and see what happens?
Alright, I'll back up.
Okay, I take out my laser pistol and shoot the garbage chute door.
Pew! And it kind of scorches the top of the door. And that's about it.
That's about it. Okay, I'll shoot it again.
Pew! It's more scorched than it was.
Okay, give it another shot.
Pew! It makes the tiniest little dent.
Okay, it's slow, but I feel like this could work.
Give it 3 more.
I take 3 more shots.
Pew, pew, pew!
Okay, 10 shots.
Pew, 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 pew. At this point, it's pretty well dented. You can tell you're making progress.
I think 20 more will do the trick.
Let's... Okay, here we go.
Pew, pew, pew. 20 times. And it's like, it's folding in on itself. It's like, it's on its last leg.
Okay, can I just grab the door at this point and yank it?
You grab the door and yank it right off its hinges. And as you do this, the rope starts sliding.
No, NPC Logan, grab the rope.
NPC Logan does a freaking swan dive. Grabs the rope and it pulls him along with it.
No, what? Okay.
And Brian and Logan fall into the pit. And Logan's just, we're still falling! And then you guys hit the ground.
Are you guys okay down there?
I don't know.
Indeed okay.
I guess so.
Maybe your butt hurts a little.
Alright. They said there's nothing down here, but I'm gonna take a look around.
You look around and you see very smooth stone walls and it's just a little compartment carved out of the wall or the stone, I guess.
I feel around the walls.
You feel smooth stone walls. It's just a little pit that's been like carved out of the stone, I guess.
Well, the last time we had the NPC Logan run into a wall, it didn't go well.
I make him do it anyway.
Does lightning strike
NPC
twice?
Logan runs into the wall and falls unconscious on the
God
ground.
dang it. Do you still have that air freshener?
Yeah, I do. Why? Oh, yeah, right. I'll wake him up. I guess you got to deal with Steve Boom yourself now. Sorry, Noah.
Steve. All right.
Almost as if on cue, as you say his name, you hear the mic like have a little bit of feedback, and you hear, "What's up, party people?
Oh, great.
It's your boy Steve. Me and my band gonna play some songs for you." And you hear the drummer, whose name doesn't matter, just click, 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 click. More than a feeling.
Okay, so I'm going to. Oh God, what am I gonna do? Now that the crowd is distracted by the show, I'm gonna try and slip backstage.
Okay, the employees only door.
Yeah.
You go through the door, you see some of the wait staff, and they give you a weird look like you're clearly not supposed to be there.
I hand them a tip in the form of a dirty rag, and then I proceed looking for things.
You hand a tip to
The one who gets the dirty rag looks at it like, ooh, tucks it in his pocket and walks out the door onto the floor into the ballroom. You see a man with a clipboard and like an earpiece in.
And I ask, "Hey, when's Randy's Gentleman on?"
He looks you up and down and he goes, "Who?"
Sorry, when's Landon's Lads coming on?
He looks you up and down and he's like, "You aren't meant to be here, are you?"
Sure I am. What makes you think I'm not?
You're making up gibberish and passing them off as bands.
No, I'm not. Those are two real bands. I know. I have met the members personally.
Well, the only band we have on tonight is Steve's band, so
But
you're clearly mistaken.
what's the point of having bands here for only one? Excuse me for a moment.
Whatever.
What do I have? So I'm using all my sources here. I grab my mop, and
Okay.
and behind the guy with the clipboard, I lean it against the wall and knock it over so it makes a sound, and he turns around and looks at it and goes, "What is that?" And then when he's turned and distracted by the mop, I just run by him and out to the backstage area.
Okay. Okay. The manager is like, he picks up the mop and he's like, "Oh, the wind's been acting up today."
The indoor wind.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna run out onto the stage.
They finish More Than a Feeling by Boston, and you sprint out onto the stage, and they're all cheering, and they just stop.
All right, I bust out my guitar and go, "This is a song about in the kitchen. It's not what you think." And I start strumming the chords to In the Kitchen, kind of nudging Steve out of the way of the microphone.
And
Steve and Steve's band are appalled at first, but they hear you start strumming, and they decide to join in.
Awesome.
and out of the trash chute, you can barely hear. In the kitchen.
I play through the entirety of In the Kitchen.
You play through In the Kitchen. Steve's like, "This song's awesome, man. I'm doing a stage dive." And he just leaps off the stage and nobody catches him.
Oh, man.
You silly duck.
Steve is off the stage. I am now standing on it. Did anyone clap for In the Kitchen?
The whole audience goes wild, and Landon's lads are just staring in bewilderment.
All right.
Apparently, the other band had never thought to perform before.
You know,
We've tried everything.
I was kind of expecting this to maybe be a part, but the way you delivered that was still really funny. And then I stand there and I wait for something to happen.
As you're standing and waiting for something to happen, Landon's lads notice that you got the door open to the pit. So they rush over there. "You guys are stuck down there even though we got the door open?"
We don't have a way to climb out anymore. The rope's down here with us.
And that's just like, you should have called for our help. We'll help you." And he's like, "My weapon was a rope." He's like, "But it's actually 2 weapons, because it's a rope tied to a ping pong paddle."
Oh. I don't see how that helps us, but
It
we
doesn't.
really
I
appreciate
just
it.
wanted to mention it. And then he holds the ping pong paddle because that would give him a worse grip, and he lowers the rope down to you.
And okay, I grab onto the rope and start climbing up, and I tell, I'm just gonna assume NPC Logi's gonna do the same because I woke him up.
So you climb out, and NPC Logi is struggling to climb the rope.
Oh, once I get out of the pit, I tell him to hold on, and we all yank as hard as we can.
Nice. You have successfully gotten Randy's gentleman out of the pit.
I fell into the pit.
Barry's like, yeah, they tried putting me in there, and then we tried putting the other two in. We tried, like, pouring every drink imaginable into this place.
Oh, you
Uh,
never tried using your instruments, though, huh?
I doubt it's going to change anything, but the crowd seems a little happier.
Hey, Brian,
that's-
you should join me on stage.
I run onto the stage and
Oh,
start,
NPC Logan too, probably.
and I start doing the trumpet solo to Hodor, even though it's the wrong song.
Wait, is that something we're allowed to say?
Whatever. He can edit it.
Okay, cool. So we're all up on the
Yeah.
stage. I don't know. I put my guitar down and I walk over to the keyboard and I kindly push the keyboard player out of the way so I can use it. And then I tell NPC Logan to take the mic up front while I start playing the riff to Mirror Image.
NPC Logan's like, hell yeah. And grabs the mic. And you just see Landon's lads have made their way to, like, the front, and they're in the crowd, but they're at the front of the stage. You hear Nestor kind of go, God, it's the third song. Oh, God, it's the third song. And he's kind of, like, quaking with fear.
Something tells me 3 is a magic number down here.
I'd say 12 is a magic number.
You guys continue playing Mirror Image, and my mirror. As you finish the song, the last note plays, and you hear the room start to rumble and shake violently.
Oh my, I exclaim.
Pieces of the ceiling start crashing down,
Oh
and
no.
Nestor's like, it's different. It's different.
Oh, that might be a good sign.
The walls are crumbling a little bit. Like, this place is very clearly coming down in the next probably 5 to 10 minutes.
Awesome.
The door that you entered from, the wall just crashes open, and there is a gigantic, snarling, scaly dragon standing there.
It's the dragon.
Let's fucking go! No fucking way!
It's the pro.
Oh my
The dragon just
God.
roars.
No, I'm about to act up.
Landon yells, hey, I don't really care at this point which one of us wins, but we got to get out of here. This isn't like any of the other times.
There was no dragon before?
There's the dragon. The rest of it, the room didn't crumble. That wall just came down every other time. We're going to get crushed alive if we don't get eaten by the dragon.
Oh shit, dog. Oh snap. Alright, what do we know, Noah? This dragon looks angry. How do we get out of here?
He looks fierce. He looks like
I run over to the door and start pounding on it, yelling, help! Help me! Please save me!
I take out my laser gun and I take a shot at the wall that has the door that Brian is pounding on, but I make sure to shoot far away enough that nothing will happen to Brian.
It crumbles where you hit it. A little space
I pick up a chair and start wailing at the wall with it, trying to break my way through. Aiden's lads, come help us tear this fucking wall down.
You all work collectively, the 6 of you, to break it down, and Steve notices you guys doing this, and he comes over and he's like, "Oh, this looks fun! Hell yeah!" And he starts kicking the wall. The woman in the red dress saunters over. She's kind of just watching. She's not really helping. Everyone else is just kind of panicking. The dragon's like breathing fire at him. He's like chasing him around, not paying any mind to you guys.
He's
Steve?
on a murderous rampage.
Or the dragon.
The
dragon.
That's a good thing.
Have we, after many shots and broken
what
chairs...
kind of progress have we made?
You guys are tearing away at this wall, and eventually it comes down. You realize that something's going on. You probably could have figured out something was going on outside of reality here.
Yep.
From the space floor and the dragon and everything. But the wall's gone, and there's not really much of anything behind it. It's just kind of void.
I was afraid that might happen. Well, Noah, looks like we've got a dragon art. Wait, Landon's lads, have you guys slayed this dragon before?
We have. We've put out his flame.
Hey,
have.
NPC Logan.
Yeah.
We have a dragon
What's up?
slayer.
Hey, NPC Logan.
Yeah.
Take your seat at the keys.
Do what?
Take your seat at the keys.
Oh, I see. He walks over to the keyboard and he sits down and he's like, "I just want to be."
No, not that one.
Oh, okay. And he cracks his knuckles, and as he does this, the dragon's tail whips the keyboard across the room.
Did one of Steve Boombop band members have an electric guitar?
I have an acoustic guitar. Wait, he has a keytar, doesn't he?
He does.
Oh, true. He can just use that.
Take the keytar out.
Logan pulls out the guitar and starts playing Dragon Slayer. Shocker.
Whoa!
And the dragon instantly dies.
Nope. The dragon starts gritty. No, I'm just kidding.
That'd be something.
The dragon, it just ignores it. It just keeps chasing everyone, eating civilians.
Oh.
Well, shit. But do we need to slay the dragon to get out of the room, Noah? Is that really the answer?
Is it?
Maybe the answer is something we haven't thought of before.
Such as?
Maybe the answer... I lose my train of thought and start smoking a cigarette.
Steve's noticing just the gaping hole next to the totem pole, and he's like, "This for garbage?"
I'm pretty sure anything you throw down there is going to be, like, deleted from reality. I'm like, wait, that kind of gives me an idea. And I stand in front of the hole in the wall, and I start throwing anything I can find at the dragon to try to get its attention.
I take a shot at the dragon.
You hit the dragon with a smorgasbord of wall pieces and laser shots. You've definitely got his attention. He turns around and he's just staring at you, and he starts stomping over towards you.
All right. I take my shirt off and do like a Viking scream.
Are you just screaming, or are you...
Yeah, I'm just screaming.
Okay. The dragon is not off foot at all. It's still coming.
Yeah, I start hitting the gritty.
The dragon goes over and just bats you aside with its claw or paw or hand. I don't know. Dragon foot. It just bats you into the wall, a different part of wall that's still
Ouchie.
there. And then it's like staring at all of you. And Steve is like, guys, I don't think we should be here anymore.
I offer the Dragon 5 space bucks by running around and waving it in its face.
The dragon snatches the 5 space bucks from you, holds out its dragon hand, and does like the more sign.
I give him 10 more space bucks.
He takes the 10 more space bucks and he does the more symbol again.
I give him 2 more space bucks.
He takes the 2 space bucks, shrugs, and then he lifts up his dragon paws, takes off the dragon head, and a guy steps out and walks away.
Of course he does.
It was a guy in a costume.
Nice. And I bribed him. Okay, well, I solved the dragon problem, guys.
So with the dragon defeated, Landon's lads are thrilled that they don't have to deal with it anymore. They're a little shocked that you managed to bribe the dragon instead of killing it.
Hey, whatever works.
They had not realized it was a guy in a costume because it's so well built that when the dragon dies, it just looks like a dragon. It's a very realistic costume. A little weird for, a record deal, like a record company to do this. But anyway, you guys look over and you see Steve like straddling the hole and he's dancing. He's like, "Cowabunga, dudes!" He's like, "Oh, somebody spilled their drink here." And he slips and falls down the trash chute.
No.
And he's like, "Help!" He falls for a few seconds, and then the light goes bright green.
Oh my
And
god.
the door flies
Oh my
open.
god.
You have to put Steve Boom in the trash chute. Like the trash he is.
The woman in the red dress comes over, and she's like, "Well, I guess technically you've won, but I still wouldn't."
Oh. You mean you wouldn't go through that door?
I wouldn't.
Sign the record deal?
I wouldn't.
Who are you?
I gave you a fake name earlier. My name's not Anne. It's Lauren.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Are you fucking kidding me?
And I am suing Greenlight Records over the controversy that they have been putting innocent people through these challenges, and a lot of them have ended up dead. These 2 bands weren't the first 2 bands to do this challenge.
No kidding. You know how many skeletons we saw on our way up here?
Yeah, some of them didn't make it past the bear.
My father's band attempted this challenge, and he didn't make it out.
So I get it.
But do what you wish. I mean, the record deal is yours, after all.
So is that why you're here? Are you here for revenge?
I am indeed.
Well, what if instead of... What if we just took over Greenlight Records?
Well, I suppose that could work.
And then also just pretend all this didn't happen?
The police don't have to know.
We'd have to make it very clear to the public that it's under new ownership.
I mean, I think that could be done. We already have songs we can publish under the record label.
Noah's already got CEO experience.
Indeed.
All right, let's take him down. You guys go get your record deal, and then we'll see what we can do.
All right, see you on the other side.
So the door is opened up, and there's the staircase up. You guys head up the stairs, and you are on the top of the tower, and you see a man standing there
The man upstairs.
in a suit and tie, holding a scroll.
We're here for our record deal.
Ah, yes. Randy's gentleman. I've heard much about you from my team. You're the first to successfully complete the Greenlight Records Tower of Trials.
Well, I'm honored.
I have here in my hands your record deal. You must merely take it from me.
All right. Why don't we, shall we all grab it at the same time?
NPC Logan goes, hell yeah!
Wait. Let's huddle up for a sec. Sir, we're not ready to take your deal. There's something we need to discuss first.
If we may.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah, so we're huddling, so you were whispering. He can't hear us.
Yep.
So are we do we... What happens, like, if we touch the record deal? Does, like, the game end? And, like, we're supposed to kill this guy, right?
I have no idea.
Wait, she told us to take the record deal.
Yeah, as long as no, what, we're taking over the record company, aren't we?
Are we taking a record deal for the record company, or do we become the record people?
Are we overthinking this?
I think we need some clarification from the Randy's gentle god.
Is it 1 a.m. and my brain isn't working?
Hell yeah, let's take the record deal.
Let's take it.
All right. You guys walk over, fully expecting it to be a trap like all these other floors. But throw all caution to the wind, like a guy running up a stairs to a space room, and grab the record deal. And he's like, congratulations. You now have a record deal with Greenlight Records. And then, before you have any time to react, Lauren sprints up the stairs behind you and tackles the producer off the roof of the tower.
Yo!
Go, Lauren.
Wait, that's so hard.
And she just screams, do better!
I lean over to Noah. Hate to see her go, but I love to watch her dive away into the void.
She died a noble death. She deserves a song.
All these days and nights, I go unseen, chasing a daydream.
Feels like a losing fight.
But I'll never
But
know.
I'll never know.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. You take it. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Well, gentlemen, you successfully completed the Tower of Trials.
Hooray!
And got the record deal.
Woohoo! Let's go!
Congratulations.
I say that was quite the innovative adventure.
That was amazing. And I think asking you to include the additional challenge was the best decision we could have made.
Yeah.
Yes. And, you know, the room we skipped was the dragon, so I threw it into the 5th room.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, because why not? Yep, that works perfectly. We got all the elements of the story.
Yep.
That was fantastic, Logie. You know, it works out when you're running the show. When it's no one in particular running the show, you never know how it's going to go, you know? But, Noah, we made a great team.
We sure did.
I'm proud of
We
you.
did good. Hey,
And I'm really proud of NPC
Yeah, he
Logan
survived.
for following you guys blindly.
he survived too.
And surviving, yeah.
Yeah, you
He's
didn't
still
think he'd make
badly
it.
burned, but
He did not die.
He's going to need a hospital after this.
Yeah, that's our next stop. We have to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I'm assuming we got out too, unless we're just we just rule this world now.
We are the supreme rulers. of
'Cause that's what we are,
green records
right?
labels.
We're like the gods of this new world because like the whole thing is based around like the challenge. So I think that's
True.
how that works.
You are now the men upstairs.
But we're gonna
We
be
are.
good about it.
We're gonna make Landon's lads go through the trials again.
Oh, poor
'Cause
Landon
fuck
lads.
those guys.
Yeah, they were there for weeks. You come in and nail it on your first try.
I'm sorry, we're a band, so we came in and
But-
performed.
Yeah, by actually using our instruments and then bribing.
I was
the
wondering why we
dragon
had the
until
You
we
instruments.
actually
walked
kind
away.
of, yeah, you performed, which got Steve off stage, and then you bribed the dragon, which was funny. And then Steve accidentally fell in the pit, but he was only there because you guys got him off stage. So
Yeah, in a roundabout
works.
way. Yep. We didn't figure it out per se, but we
it worked.
yeah, we put all the checkers where they needed to fall, you know, and
Bored.
the universe did the rest.
Well,
All right, let's figure out an outro, I
that
guess.
being said, thank you for listening to this episode of the Egregious Podcast, of this potential, I guess, mini-series kind of thing. Not mini-series, but just like a collection of episodes of the Choose Your Own Adventure series.
To be a gentleman.
To be a
as
gentleman.
I've titled it.
I hope you enjoyed. Hope you had some good laughs along the way. Let us know what you think, and if you want to see any more of these fun choose your own adventures. I think I can speak for both Brian and I when I say we had a really good time
Oh yeah.
playing through it. I'm sure Logan had a fun time playing Randy's Gentleman God and making this thing. So props to Logan.
I was so excited even before this episode for
Yeah.
this episode.
But yeah,
this was a lot of
it
fun.
was. Thank you all for listening. We hope you tune in next time.
And there's one last important detail. If you enjoyed this Tower of Trials experience, be sure to
Yes.
send us a gif of Bing Bong from Inside Out.
And that is all. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.